Hi guys, welcome to day 5 of the Trading Journal. This is the journal for Tuesday, October 7th, even though I'm posting this a day late. As you can see, we've had a pretty big red day. I'm down almost $11 and some cents for the day. Took the account from 10.23.53 all the way down to 10.12.40. So still in the green, but I do not like to see a day like this. One small win, a big loss. One small win, a big loss. And so I've got to work at getting my wins a little bigger and cutting my losses sooner. I might not recap each trade in too much detail. Here we have a break of the after hours high yesterday. I quick got in and I just see pretty soon that it doesn't have a ton of momentum. And so I sold half right there. And I sold the rest of it right there when it couldn't break up through. Small win, $1.38. It does kind of push up to here without me, so I wish I would have held for that, but I didn't. Like I said, I need to hold my winners longer and cut my losers sooner. This is my next trade right here, same stock. As you can see, we almost have a new 1 minute candle forming. And so I'm kind of watching this break of VWAP here. I'm like, maybe if we get some strength, and we do. Next candle pops up, and so I buy. And that's as high as it goes. I thought maybe we would get a retest of this level here. I think my warning sign should have been this huge topping tail right here, because it tried to go and then rejected. And so it comes back down, and I sell the whole thing. I don't bother scaling out. I'm like, it's not going my way. And that right there is a pretty big loss. It's the $7.79 loss right here. I let it go down to $2.13 before I sold. I switched over to TMQ, and as you can see, we had this descending pattern, and now it feels like we're ready to catch a bounce here. And so I get in right here when this new candle breaks that prior high. I let it go a little bit to create this bottoming wick. I'm like, it should pop up for just a little bit. And there it does, but hardly any strength. And so right there, somewhere right around here. Okay, I'm holding this longer than I remembered. Right there, I take half off. And I'm waiting for it. I'm like, if we can just get up here to like 630 would be really nice. But it becomes obvious that it's not going to go. And so I sell the rest here in just a bit. Maybe I wait for a pop back up. I remember thinking, let's see what happens when it touches the 9 EMA down here. I think we might get a bounce. And then maybe we get the big green candle. So it comes back up. And this is kind of a nice looking pattern here. You know, I'm like, maybe I just got in a little bit early. Interesting thing about this stock is it has a 132 million share float, but it trades like it has a much lower float with this huge move after hours yesterday. I sold the rest of it right there, or another half of it, but then I sell the rest of it down here. And so looking at it, you could say that that might have worked. Wasn't that bad of a trade, I don't think. However, it only nets me $1.17. And so we're ready for the last trade of the day. And so I'm still watching TMQ. I'm like, this thing is such a grinder. And so I buy in there off the 9 EMA bounce. We've got this little bottoming wick here. And I'm like, I think this thing can go higher. It feels like we could at least make it back up to the after hours highs here, right? And it starts feeling pretty good. But I've been trying to let my winners ride longer, you know? I'm like, we should at least make it up to these highs here, 640. There's no reason for me to sell when I have 3 cents per share of profit. And that is a nasty rejection right there. And I look over at the level 2, and there's 20,000 shares on order in the ask. I'm like, okay, that all gets eaten up really quick. And so I'm like, so now do we get a bounce again? Like, it flushed down so quick. I'm kind of deer in the headlights right now. And like, what should I do? So I sell half down here. Like, even if we get a bounce off the 9 off the VWAP right here, I still don't want to be stuck in with 40 shares when it comes down to here. And I sell the rest of it as soon as it cuts below VWAP. And so that's it right there. I end the day at $1,014.15. 11 wins, 4 losses, 73% win rate. My losses are much bigger than my winners. And so it's obvious what I need to work at. So I'll see you guys back at it on Wednesday. Hope you have a good day. Love you. Peace out.